Holy cow, you guys. I just spotted some big fish. Let's see if I can get them to go for my bait. There we go, fish on. Fish on, you guys. What's going on, everybody? Nick from Discontinued Fishing here, and welcome back to another fishing adventure. In my last episode, I set off to fish a tiny creek that holds some extremely rare fish. I was successful in catching some fish, but unfortunately all the ones I caught were small. So the goal for today is to catch some of those rare fish, but this time, catch the monsters.
There's silence in the darkness, a chaos underneath, a reckoning inside us, calls out from the deep. There's blood in the water.
We have finally made it to the tiny creek. I've not fished this section in a very long time. I cannot wait to get started. Let's go ahead and start with the fly rod. I've got it rigged up with two microscopic flies. This one down here at the bottom is called a zebra midge. I have absolutely no idea what this one at the top is called. So let's go ahead and see if a fish wants to eat it. I seem to have broken off my bottom fly, so let's go ahead and rig up another one. I have a decent selection of flies. However, I have no idea what any of these are called. I usually have some better luck with smaller flies at this creek, so let's go ahead and rig up another midge. Okay, you guys, there is a deep spot right here. It is surrounded by snags, but I think I see some fish down there. I tried using my fly rod and I am snagged, so instead of going in there to try and relieve my fly, let's switch to the spinning tackle. Now, it just so happens that I have a scud rigged up on my spinning rod, which is actually a freshwater shrimp. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to drop this scud right into that deep spot and see if these fish wanna go for it. One of the things I always heard about fishing was that if you're not fishing next to snags, you're not fishing in the right place. Well, I can't think of a better place than right here in terms of snags. But unfortunately, it might just have too many snags. Whew, all right, my arm is soaked, but I got my fly. And I have officially spooked every fish in this hole. I made a giant mistake on my last trip out to this creek, and that is the fact that I forgot the tackle box containing all of my favorite ultralight lures. This time, I did not make that same mistake. Let's go ahead and rig up my absolute favorite ultralight crankbait for this creek, and that is this one right here, this little microscopic square bill. This is the lure that I caught my personal best out of this creek with. Let's see if we can have some luck with it today. Fish on! Fish on, you guys! In the net! Yes! Yes, we finally got one! Oh my gosh, what a cool looking fish! This guy has some amazing colors, and what an epic pattern on him. This is a McCloud strain wild rainbow trout, and one of the identifiers for this species of fish are these orange tips on his dorsal fin. They are some of the coolest looking fish out there, and this one in particular is incredibly beautiful. See you later, buddy. Yes! It has taken far longer than what I was hoping to catch our first fish out of this tiny creek, and I think that is due to the fact that this water level is incredibly low and crystal clear. Granted, I have seen some really decent sized ones, but they have also seen me, and it seems like these fish are really hugging close to structure, which is making it very difficult to get them to go for my lures, but we were finally able to catch our first one, and I hope our next one is a whole lot bigger. I have tried a few different flies and a ton of different lures today, And so far, the only thing that has caught a fish has been this black with a gold blade Panther Martin spinner, which is one of my favorite ultralight lures. And it did not fail today. Let's go ahead and toss it back out there. Holy cow, you guys. I just spotted some big fish. Let's see if I can get them to go for my bait. Well, they were not interested in my lures or my flies. Darn, those were some nice fish I saw out there too.
I'm a rolling stone, bound to roam. Come the morning, or I'll be gone.
There we go, fish on. Fish on, fish on. In the net. Yes. Oh my gosh, it is microscopic. We are moving in the wrong direction, you guys. But I caught this guy inside of a spot surrounded with snags, so I will take it. Well, I was trying to get a release shot of him and he managed to escape, but what an awesome fish. And he was living right in the middle of all of those snags. I can't believe I was actually able to catch him. I was not expecting for this challenge of catching a big McLeod strain rainbow trout to be easy, but it is proving to be a lot more difficult than I anticipated, but I'm not going to give up.
Falling leaves like the breeze want to blow.
We are approaching one of the coolest, if not the coolest fishing spots on this creek. It is this really cool natural waterfall. It is relatively deep right beneath those rapids. This is a spot where I believe a big fish could be hiding. Let's try throwing out this tiny micro crankbait that resembles a rainbow trout. If there are some big fish out there, I have a feeling this is the type of stuff that they're eating. Maybe they'll go for this crankbait. Oh my gosh, you guys, first cast. Oh, in the net, there we go. First cast, and we caught ourselves another rainbow trout. Of course, it's another tiny one, but it is yet another very cool looking one. Oh, and yet another one escapes through the net. Oh man, I cannot wait to catch a fish that is big enough to not fit through a hole in my net. But I will take those fish any day of the week, especially since fishing has been so tough today. Awesome catch. See you later, buddy. That guy picked up this little micro crankbait that is resembling a tiny rainbow trout, and he picked it up almost immediately. So hopefully this is what the fish have been after. Let's toss it back out there. There are times where this creek can be incredibly, incredibly humbling, and today was one of those times. We were only able to catch 3 tiny fish. We did not complete our goal of catching a giant, and in the end, fishing was very, very tough. But I really cannot complain because those fish are not supposed to be easy to catch. I'm glad we were at least able to catch 3 of them, and in the end, I had a lot of fun. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you hit a thumbs up, possibly think about subscribing if you haven't. I will catch you guys on the next one.
We got heroes, blood in our veins. We got a fire, it's not gonna fade. 'Cause we were born for this. We were born for this.
There we go. Oh, fish on. Dang it. Oh, it's a stick. Oh no, I literally just looked up there and of course I just got snagged in that, and it looks like I'm actually snagged on someone else's line. Let's see if we can catch another one, but this time with the fly rod. Well, we got the fly rod snagged almost immediately.